watching my videos, you know I beach hunt. If anybody else out there beach hunts, hell, if you even land hunt, what's our goal? Find coins, find gold, find silver, find relics. But out here on the beach, we're not going to find many relics. We want bling. So what I'm going to do is, for you beach hunters or anybody else that's interested with the Equinox 800, is show some TIDs in the dry sand for targets that are silver and some gold, so we can all see what TIDs, how the machine reacts, and get TID numbers for silver. This is a silver ring. It's 925. I found this on a hunt. Pretty cool ring. I'm going to do surface, and I'm going to bury these items and see what kind of effect it has on TIDs. So I'm just going to throw these. I brought that ring. I brought a silver half, a silver quarter, a tiny little silver 925 ring, and a silver dime, just a rosy. So first, the silver ring. I took my headphones off so you guys could hear the sounds. I'm also going to show you the screen so you can get an idea what it looks like on numbers. So the silver ring, right on surface, 30. If we lift the coil up, the TIDs do change. Starts getting fainter, oh, I don't know, 9 inches, 10 inches off, and looking at a 14 with a broken signal, and I am in beach 1, sensitivity at 23. I don't know, I haven't messed with my settings. If anybody has any tips on what to do to maybe get more depth on that. So that was the ring. Next, or the big ring. I'm going to try this tiny little ring. See what we get on that. TIDs is 27 on that. 26, 27. Depth on that. Breaks up. Nah, I'd say about 6 inches, 8 inches maybe, when that's on the surface. And the numbers stay about the 20s. It might drop to 18s. Now again, this is without headphones, so with headphones you might squeak in a half inch to an inch more, but I doubt it. Alright, next we're going to try the dime, see if that has any difference. $27 on the TID, 26, 27. Which is interesting because a normal clad dime hits around 25, so a silver dime hits in the 27 range. Looks like we're getting about the same depth as that ring. And the numbers pretty accurate, pretty close to the same as that ring. So it doesn't seem to change much on that. We'll do the quarter next. Oops. Make sure we can see it. Sand keeps getting on it. There it goes. Silver quarter, 29, same as the clad quarter. Get about a foot on that quarter, but the numbers do change. We're getting about 25 when we get up high off of it. And I can't remember if we did the $half, so we'll do that again. Wow, 33, totally different. 34. Totally different tone, different numbers. 30 when you're way, way up here. So that was the half. Okay, so those were in the surface. So I'm gonna try burying them at the depth of the lush digger. A lot of people use these diggers, so I feel that we'll be familiar with how deep that is. I'm talking about the lush hand digger. So I mean, I'm just gonna dig down that deep and bury them. I don't see any sense going any deeper. Just see if the TID, let's see if the TIDs really change that all that much for being buried under the sand. So we'll go first because we know it was hitting around 33 on the surface. So I'm going to bury it, and if they remain around 33, then we'll know the rest are going to pretty much remain the same as well. So there's the half down at the bottom. Bury it in the sand. Now the theory behind this is somebody brings, obviously they're going to bring, well, they might bring a silver half to the beach, but more likely they won't. But they bring a silver ring, silver chain or something to the beach, and they lose it, and they drop it in the sand. Most items are going to be more than 6 inches down. That's about the length of a lush digger. Now out in the water, it might be a little deeper because if they're out swimming and it falls off their neck or their finger, it could get beat around by the water and get buried. But out in the dry sand like this, there's really nothing to make it go deeper, except for maybe a hurricane. If the water surge comes up this far, then it could get buried, or it actually could, it could actually get revealed too. But then when they replenish the sand, it could get buried deeper. That's what I was getting at. So let's check this $50 and see if the numbers change. $33, pretty consistent. Showing 4. I mean, yeah, the TIDs do jump around a little bit. So if I find the coin and stay on it, they seem to stay around 33, 34. There it is. And it's showing 4 on the depth meter. There it is. So that's pretty accurate. We'll scoop that up. So that's silver on the dry sand. The next treat I got for you are gold. Got my bag of gold here for you. Well, actually my silver went in there too. But so I got a different variety of gold for you. We're gonna do TIDs on those. And the reason I wanted to bring a variety was because that's what we're gonna find, is a variety. You don't know what you're gonna find. I even brought some gold flake. Not likely you're gonna find it in this form out here or pretty much anywhere else. But hey, I figured I'd try scanning it and see if I can even detect it. I've never tried this, so I just want to see if the Equinox can even detect that. I don't know. I'm gonna try it right now. Let's see. Nope, not in beach 1. Let's go in gold mode 1. Yep. Gold 1, he gets it. Does better in gold 1. So that's an interesting little experiment. But beach 1, I'm right on it, nothing. So that was an interesting experiment right there. Only way to get that, gold 1. Well, gold 2 gets it, but not as, or prospect 1, 2, whatever you want to call it. Prospect 1 seemed to get a little better depth reaction out of it here on the beach. Now obviously the soil conditions, depending on where you are at, may change the selection mode you want to choose, but out here I would want to use prospect 1. Interesting. I'm not going to bury that just because of that result. Next we have a 14K, I believe, chain. I found this out detecting with actually my other machine before I got the Equinox. I know the Equinox will hit this. It's a pretty big chain. But we're going to throw that on the surface. It's a broken chain. So we're just going to throw it on the surface like that. See what we get. We're going to leave it in beach mode 1. And noise canceled, ground balance. We have my volume at 25, threshold at 3, targets at 5, accept reject -9, recovery speed at 6, sorry, and my sensitivity at 23. Pretty good depth on that chain, 6 inches. Hitting it at 8-9. Lift the coil, stays around an 8 until you get about 5-6 inches off, and then it, no, it's looking at, oh, there it goes. When you start to lose the signal, it gets about a 4. I'm just getting a whisper about 7-inch mark. I lose TIDs. It just makes a little blip. Hits a 3. If I speed up my coil, I can get it to hit, but I don't think I'd be detecting like that. So 8, 9, which guess what? Pull tab signals, as discussed before. We all kind of knew that already though, didn't we? There went my scoop. I brought this ring out, I'll show you here in a second, because we all get reports of broken or open rings are hard to detect, and so as you can see this one's broken open. So we're going to see if the Equinox can get that guy. Well, since it's a female's ring, we'll call it that girl. No problem. 8 on the TID. Now you notice there's not much depth there though. Start to lose it around the 4 or 5 inch mark. Gone. Solid. Not much depth though. 4 inches maybe. And the TIDs are all over the place. Shallow? No problem. Now this is in beach mode 1. So let's see what happens if we, oops, wrong button. We'll go back to detect. And then we're going to switch this over to prospect mode 1. doesn't really seem to matter for that. Depth-wise, target IDs are about the same. Depth-wise, as far as detecting ability on that ring, doesn't seem to change if you go to prospect mode or beach mode 1. So the open ring does have effect on it. Now this is a smaller ring, as you can see the band is small, that's why it broke. It is 14K. So we're going to try a bigger ring and see what happens on that. It's a man's wedding band, no stones, just a normal band, smooth gold, 14K, pretty good size, not super thick but wide band. So so you can see it. You know what, we're going to stand that up like that. See how I did that? See if we can detect that. We'll try that both ways. Wow, numbers are all over. 17, what the world? 8. The machine don't know what to think of this one. 19. Let's wait. Flat and see what happens. Just like that. 16. Solid 16. Oh my god, do you see this? If you were to dig that ring, 15, 16, solid ID. I don't even know how deep that it would be. 12 inches, easily. I got 2 more rings I want to show you on gold. I'm not going to sit here and waste your time with all my different gold rings. But the reason I want to show you these is because there's 2 different types. We got your 14K, but it has white gold in it, so I just wanted to see if that has any effect. And then I have a 14K gold filled ring. So I want to try those 2 real quick and see if those have any difference. So that's first is the one with the white gold in it. See what that hits like. A 12 on the TID. Good depth on that. Stays at 11, 12, pretty much all the way up until you get, yeah, still hitting a 12 way up here. That's at around 10-inch depth, so that's good to know. And then the gold filled, let's see what that hits like. Wow, 28. It's like a quarter. Good depth though. But it is 14K gold filled, just meaning it's got gold plated basically. Alright, let's take the gold ring, that big gold band, and bury it. This one. First we're going to do a reading again. So 16. I'm going to bury that 6 inches and see if those numbers change. Okay, that's about 6 inches. Put that right down the bottom. You see it down there? It's down there though. It's still in the hole. Sure, we're pretty level with the rest of the sand. Pat it down even. Why not? I ain't scared. Alright, let's detect this area. No problem. Equinox says, hey, there's something here. 1516. And it's showing 4 on the TID, or the depth indicator, and it's saying it's right there. Let's scoop it and see what we found. Like the mystery is out. We don't know. Hey, there it is. Got it back. Okay. That was a big hole for that thing. Alright, so TIDs. I'll put it in the description, all the different TIDs we found. And my reports, anything. But for today, I want to do some dry sand and just get some TID reports on silver gold. Hope you enjoyed it.